You watch the screen light up with a notification, knowing the person on the other end is currently holding their device. Yet they leave the message unopened for hours. Creates a psychological imbalance in modern dating. It is a specific mechanism used to gain leverage in a conversation, the delayed reply trap. To address this, we will use the ghosting back protocol, a sequence designed to halt the validation loop and reset the power dynamic. This sequence requires emotional discipline. If you react based on a sudden impulse or frustration, it fails. Mastering these steps lets you transition from reactive texting to a position of absolute frame control. Step 1 is recognizing the intent. When a short, delayed message arrives after a long silence, view it as a behavioral test rather than a busy schedule. The sender is gauging your reaction, looking to see how much focus is occupied by the wait. Failure happens when you react with urgency. If you double text, ask if they're okay, or complain about the delay, you confirm they're dictating your emotional state. This reaction signals that your mood is tied to their response time, which reduces your standing in the interaction. Any display of anxiety provides the confirmation the sender was looking for, that they can control the pace of your day with a single silence. The first active step of the protocol is to mirror the behavior. You must resist the urge to open the message the moment it finally arrives. Apply the delay multiplier. Match the number of hours they took to reply, and then multiply that time before you respond. If they took 6 hours to send a text, you wait a minimum of 12 hours before you even view the message. This interval requires you to ignore the notification and focus elsewhere, preventing any emotional leakage from affecting your next move. Following a rigid mathematical rule removes the guesswork. It reestablishes your autonomy by making your response time independent of their schedule. When the multiplier time has passed, draft a reply characterized by neutrality. It should contain no signs of irritation or eagerness. Do not use emojis, do not ask follow-up questions, and do not attempt to revive the energy of the previous conversation. Use a brief 1 or 2 word acknowledgement. Words like cool or sounds good are effective because they provide no emotional data. A neutral response is more efficient at stopping a manipulation attempt than a long argument. It leaves the other person with nothing to push against. Once you send the sterile text, lock your phone. This begins a total communications blackout regarding that specific person. Shift your attention back to your own primary objectives, whether that involves your daily work or your physical training. If you post to social media, let it be a reflection of a life that is moving forward, regardless of any digital exchange. Combining a brief reply with proof of a busy, productive life demonstrates that your attention is a resource you protect, not something you give away freely. A person who uses delays to gain leverage expects a specific outcome. They expect you to chase them. When you do not, the feedback loop they rely on is broken. Because the expected validation never arrives, the sender is forced to reevaluate their standing. The power dynamic shifts because the silent tug-of-war no longer has someone pulling on the other side. When games no longer produce the desired reaction, it often results in a behavioral shift. To keep the connection, the other person is forced to engage with direct and respectful communication. A man focused on his own goals doesn't wait for a notification to define his day. His priority is the progress of his own life. Using discipline in these minor interactions is a foundational step in regulating your reality. Subscribe to continue leveling up your psychology.